Hey guys, alright, so thought I had my tripod away, so it didn't zoom in so close. However, I am going to do a question and answer for January. This is something I do on Patreon, and they get to submit questions, and I'm going to deliver answers here on YouTube. So we have quite a few questions. We'll see how we make it through this. I don't want to have like a 30-minute long video unless it's fun, so we'll see how that goes. But I have Lucas here with me. You guys haven't seen much of Lucas, but here he is. He's in what he wore for New Year's Eve. Super cute. I need to change all the babies actually. But yeah. So yeah, if you want to be able to participate in these questions and answers like this, just check out my Patreon page. The link will be in the description below. And then you'll be able to submit questions and I'll answer these monthly. So, questions, let's see. From Melanie. She wants to know if 26 inches is a toddler. Yeah, typically that's a toddler size. Let's see. Lisa, which kit did you have the most trouble with? And why? The kit that I had the most trouble with was The Will by Natalie Scholl, and that was a long time ago, but back then when it came out, it had something called a ghost colored vinyl, so it was really pale but had a gray undertone, and with time it just takes learning how to work with a gray undertone without making it more gray. So that was a long time ago. Since then I've painted one and it went great after I was experienced a bit. Rena, wants to know which kit is my all-time favorite. I would have to say Twin A. I do enjoy Twin A a lot. So Twin A by Bonnie Brown. Do you ever feel anxious painting? From Transman Chris. I feel a little anxious right now because I have a lot of painted kits. But I just said I'd be starting those sometime after the new year and I didn't give deadlines. So it makes it a little easier for me. When there's like a really small time frame and you have a lot of work to do, I can sometimes get anxious. Luna's Reborn Love. What size and type of fruity needle do you use? I use a 42 gauge fork needle. For someone who's never rooted a doll head, how difficult is it? It's, all I can say is practice. Practice, practice, practice. It's going to take time to learn how to use the needle properly. Turning the needle all different ways until you get that one right angle to get it in. But it's just a lot of practice. I'm still definitely learning with that. Lynn, was it hard to paint babies when you first started? And how long did it take to perfect your crafting? First off, my crafting is not perfect. I'm an ever-changing artist. I change my style all the time. I never become stagnant in how I paint. So I'm always learning. And then learning just from what I do. It is hard when you first start. Well, it was hard when we first started because there wasn't someone like myself who's willing to teach people that. So if I would have had somebody like me teach me, it would have been really awesome. Or anybody, you know. But, you know, practice and practice becomes pretty second nature actually now. Lilith, what is one of the biggest mistakes you made while painting and how did you improve it? I used to be really hard with my mottling. Like, it just looked almost like chickenpox pattern. So I have learned how to develop a softer hand when applying my mottling. Mottling is one of those, it's just, to me, you can have your on days and your off days with it. But, yes. Terry Raymond, is it expensive to get all the supplies and start painting? Yes. Upfront cost is expensive because, you know, the oven's $120 or unless you can find one on eBay and then you take the risk of it even working or not. I recommend purchasing the beginner set on Bountiful Baby and seeing if you like it, and then if you like it, investing into all the other paints and such. Let's see. Diane, who's your favorite artist and why besides your beautiful wife? I don't have a favorite artist. I do have a few particular artists I buy from. So Brandaholic's Nursery and Jody Slater two women I love to purchase work from because I enjoy the work. Jody and I paint very similar, I feel like. Well, I've only seen her ethnic babies, and her ethnic work is similar to what I do. Excuse me, I'm trying to catch my breath. Brandaholic Nurseries, I love her rooting. Her rooting is amazing. Let's see. Tiffany, how many babies did you make before starting to see a profit? Oh my gosh, I really haven't seen a profit until the last 3 years. So I'm going into 7 years of this now. So 4 years. Let's see. Siobhan, what type of magnets do you use? I use N42 magnets. They're 1/8 by 1/16. I never can remember. I find them on eBay, and I just pay attention to the size next to a penny. Oh my gosh. Stacy, I don't have a question. I just wanted to say I love watching your videos. You've inspired me to become a reborn artist. Just wanted to say keep up the good and see you at the Rose Doll Show. Hope to see you there too, okay, Stacy. Brandy, horror or comedy? Horror. Bettina, my question is, what is your best advice to give me when I attempt to paint my first kit? I'm afraid as soon as I touch it, I'm going to ruin it. Best advice, watch some tutorials, honestly. I know some people are like, oh, I don't want to do tutorials, but it definitely gives you an idea of what to expect. And another thing is pledging to my tier where you can get the tutorials that I have. Every month I'm coming out with new tutorials for painting, so that's another really good thing. Let's see. Littlefoot's Nursery. Who would your dream baby be? Reborn or silicone? Was there a baby that you regretted selling, and would you love to get back? Dream baby is, I've always wanted to get Tambry sculpted, and even more so sculpted into silicone. It's just finding the right artist to do so, and I have found I'm working with a silicone artist who is going to be sculpting Tambry into silicone, so I'm super excited about that. Fingers crossed it'll be full body. I don't know. We haven't talked about that, but it would be amazing. Auden, do you have any Reborns related New Year's resolutions? I need to do more outing videos. Let's see. Tori, what happened to the painting tutorials? Tori, if you are pledged in the correct tier, you have to message me. They're now being sent out privately because the reward tiers are open to anybody who just pledges and they don't even actually get billed. And so I had a couple instances where people canceled right before the billing and they got the tutorial. So I took them down and I have them and they'll be emailed to you. Which DRR is Winterborn Baby. I sent you yours today. Let's see. Allison Stork Nursery. Can you give a brief description on the needles used for... Oh, I already did that one. Did that one already. What pets do I have? I have some dogs and I have some cats. We've got Pickles, Benji, Pumpkin, Peanut, dogs. And we have cats, Sam, Sally, Pretty. Yeah, let's see. Will Molly grow heart and go back to normal, or will she be green forever? Right now, we're looking at green forever. Joanne. Can you use silicone to seal the hair? I honestly do not have the answer to that. Maria. After you finish painting a reborn, how do you seal the paint? I don't seal the paint. I do many, sometimes 1 to 2 layers of sealing while I'm painting. So I actually don't seal, like I don't finish it and then I seal it. If I want a 3D skin on my babies, I do seal it. I do go over it with thick medium. Let's see. Andrea, how do you weight your babies? I weight them with glass beads. Glass beads in the limbs. Here I use a stiffer polyfill than a bag of glass beads. Really silky polyfill from Bountiful Baby. Bag of glass beads. More silky polyfill, and then sometimes a third bag of glass beads. And the bag of glass beads in the head goes in the top, very top, and I fill it with polyfill. Let's see. Kathy, Will you ever do silicone babies? I do paint silicone babies. I will be having a few coming up in the future. Don't know if they're going to be for sale. I mean, I have a two-faced silicone prototype that's going to be for sale. And I can do custom paintings on those as well. Dolls that are currently in my collection, I'm going to make a collection video for that. MJ, do you think you'll ever get another toddler? More than likely, yes. Tracy, my question's been asked a gazillion times and I'm sure at the beginning. Okay. How long does it take to complete a baby with painted and rooted hair? It really just depends upon you or the artist. Well, you if you're the artist. It depends upon the artist. There is no right or wrong amount of time. It can take a year, 2 years. It can take 1 month, 1 week, 2 weeks, 4 months. It just depends upon the artist. June, do you find yourself getting a better price for rooting here versus when you do painted hair? I don't think I get a better price. It's all about realism with painted or rooted hair. I mean, if I rooted like Jackie, I could get a lot more money. But I don't root like Jackie quite yet. I need to learn how. Let's see. But rooting always costs more, so yeah. Barbara, how many kits do you paint a week? How long does it usually take to finish? I work on about 5 to 6 kits a week. And I typically finish them in a week, 2 weeks. Every week I start a new 5 to 6 kits. Sometimes I'll have a couple lingering from the past. Customs take a little bit longer because I like to just take my time and I have schedules with customs and stuff. So typically the ones that I'm doing 5 to 6 a week are for bills. Because even though I have customs, they've been paid a long time ago, so I don't pay my current bills and stuff like that. So I work on customs, bills, and living money. So yeah, all at the same time. Cyan. No, wait. Sheila, not sure. Let's see. Does it hurt having the silicone next to the vinyl doll? They recommend not doing it because if the silicone doll is not cured properly, there can be a reaction. It's just best advised that you don't put the two together. I don't have the information fully for that because I've not studied silicone versus vinyl. I just follow what everyone else says. Cyan, let's see. How do you actually decide on a sculpt you want to keep for yourself? Is it an emotional decision? Funny, every sculpt that I'm like, I'm going to keep this for myself, I don't keep it. Most of my sculpts are random kits that I'm painting and I'm like, oh my God, I love him. Like Lucas right here. He looks just like my nephew Lucas. So that's why I kept him. Levi was a planned sculpt, but that was going through Jackie. But Journey, I wasn't going to keep. And then I did. So it's definitely... There is no plan, but I know that when I plan to have a specific kit, I typically don't keep it if I'm being made by myself. Connie. I'd like to try beginning. I don't know where to be. Reborning. I don't know where to begin. Connie, I really can't give you a price because I don't have a price what it would cost to get everything. But if you definitely start with tutorials. Maybe watch one before you even buy any of the material to see what it's all about. Tracy. She wants to know, like, she wants to get to hear more about me. I'd have to get specific questions because I'm not really sure what to talk about. I love to go to Target when I'm not reborning. I love to shop, like at Target or baby sections. Let's see. Stephanie, media questions. Who are your favorite musicians, bands? I really love My Chemical Romance. Garth Brooks, Evanescence, Panic at the Disco, Green Day, AC/DC, Taylor Swift, Pink. Favorite book? Oh my gosh, couldn't even think of one. It's been years since I read one. All-time favorite movie would be The Rock with Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery. Dolly questions. Who is your favorite preemie or newborn kit? My favorite preemie or newborn kit? I love the Realborns. I really do. Who's your favorite toddler? Don't have one right now. I'm waiting for Bountiful Baby's Realborn toddler. Have I ever attempted sculpting? I did try a little bit. I don't know much about it. It was kind of fun, but I need to learn. Favorite color to paint with? I don't know. I have a mango color that I use and I love it. Tasha, why did you decide to start reborning? My wife just said we could do it and we did. There was really no like, oh, we're going to do this. It was just random. Kim, does the kit kind of dictate on how you paint or does it evolve as you're painting it? It evolves as I'm painting it. I always say I go with the flow of the kit. So however the kit's pulling me, I go that way. That's why I don't like to do, when I do customs, I'm like Caucasian or ethnic. And that's all they pretty much get to say because I let the kit guide me. It's crazy to say, but really the kit tells me what to do. And then it comes alive. Like it looks alive. Jordan, do you have a dream baby or kit? I've already answered that. Besides yourself, who's your girl? I've already answered that. Some of these I've already answered. Well, I thought I had a lot more questions, but I've answered quite a few of them. Let's see. I watched some videos from the doll show you posted from Rose. Have you ever started from the start? Two ladies take the reborn on the porch. It was awesome. Take the reborn out of the pouch. It was awesome. Oh, I don't know. I need to watch that. Rena, is it safe to set up multiple new wave ovens in the same area, like a garage for baking? Yes, in my garage I have 2 of them. Sometimes I've ran 3 of them. Electrical wise, put them each on their own outlet. When I have 2 on the same outlet, it blows the breaker. So I have to find 2 outlets that are on separate breakers. And that's just like trial and error. That's like if it blows or doesn't blow or flip or doesn't flip like breaker, then it'll work there. So yeah, it's just all about finding them on separate breakers. Jacqueline, who are some other artists' work you admire or love? There's a couple artists that I've not seen their work, and I've recently started seeing their prototype work. Oh my goodness. Let me go to Bountiful Baby really quick. I recently started seeing this one artist's prototype work, and I am curious to see it in person, actually. So I do look at her photos from afar. You know that Joseph Awake is a beautiful baby from Realborn. Love it. So of course, now that I gotta look for this. I have seen her work from afar, and I think it's amazing. I want to see it in person. Of course, it was on the main page at Bountiful Baby. She's from another country, I'm pretty sure she is, because her name is really hard I can't even say it, actually. So let's see. Let's go to Newborn. And I'm going to look at, the Owen Awake is pretty cute. I love the Realborns, guys. I just really do. I think they're beautiful dolls. I'm just trying to look through here really quick to see, because I know that she had a main prototype. And I was really curious to see her work. I do admire HBN's work. I think HBN's work is, I love it, and I've had her work, and I think it's really nice. I love the colors that she uses. This other lady, I'm going to have to say that I don't have an answer right now. Oh, yeah, I think I found it. Okay, somebody's work that I want to see. Her name is Irina Kivitskaya. Something really crazy. Let's see the name. There we go. That lady, I want to see her work. I think her work is nice. So yeah, so that's my questions and answers video. I hope you guys had a good time. Thank you so much. The questions were really cool. And I like doing this. So the next Q&A is going to be in February. And thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to In Love with Reborns 2011. Click that notification button, turn on the bells, don't ever miss a video. Like this video, share it with your friends. Did you do it? Hello?